at the Amway Center, where the crowd is on their feet already. We'll see the Golden State Warriors and the Orlando Magic. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green of the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Well, and to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career, Clark, has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive and sometimes out of position. Coaches are asking him to be aggressive, but he has to learn how to do that without fouling. That's the next step in his progression, and some of it is anticipation, so you're not in position to foul.
Curry's shot is good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Peyton with the ball. Picked by Vucevic, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Vucevic with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And it's Gordon missing. Bogut. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Vucevic dishes to Fournier. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Fournier's shot is off.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
That's good. That'll be a 5-second call. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Oladipo, good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Here's Oladipo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Oladipo's got 5 points so far.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins, and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Orlando with the ball, leading by 5. Peyton outside. It's Oladipo on the wing. Fournier for 3, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Vucevic, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Oladipo with the ball. Now Green defending. Kicks to Fournier. He dishes it to Vucevic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And that's 4 turnovers for him here in the first quarter alone. He's got to snap out of it.
He's trying to do too much. TMI, too much instinct. Just relax. Let the game come to you. Play in the flow. Stay within yourself.
Green against Gordon. Up top, Oladipo. The shot by Payton. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. Nice D from Bogut. Warriors trail by 12. They need this. And the shot is long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Gordon missing.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
No good from Bogut. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front courter. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And talking about Vucevic's development last season, he's also had the highest assist average of his career. He's a good decision maker on the floor, knows when to take it himself, and knows when to kick it to cutters and spot up shooters.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Sean Livingston. .146 left here in the opening quarter. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
You know, and getting back to Vucevic, I mean, he's at an age where he may only get better. Averaged nearly 20 points a game last year after averaging only 14 the year before. That was an incredible leap in production, and I think it's one that'll continue.
Here's Nicholson. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Jennings kicks to Smith. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Spates. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Marble, the pass to Nicholson. The shot is off, and Golden State will come the other way. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Barbosa with the ball. And that one's good. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Marble, the pass to Hazanya. Nicholson kicks to Marble. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Spates. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Maurice Spates taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he can't hit the second. Magic leading by 12. Passes it to Marble. He kicks to Jennings. Smith with a screen on Thompson. Got it off in time. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. You told us about his comfort stretching the...
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have a dribble, if I catch it.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far. 5
guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
Here's Oladipo. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. That's 7 points for Victor Oladipo.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And the shot no good, a bit short. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Fournier in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Just 2 to shoot. Releases. Spates with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Barbosa. Now Spates.
In talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic. Also his pregame film study, something his college coach absolutely raved about. And all of that showed up for him big time last season.
Payton outside. There's the pick. The dish to Oladipo. For three, Fournier. And that one's good. Fournier's got 8 points.
You know, back to Oladipo. We always talk about five-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a three-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
Magic timeout.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Here's Payton. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. The feed to Oladipo. Magic moving the ball around. Fournier for three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
It's stolen by Oladipo. By himself, hammers it home to polish off the break.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw off the floor after that one, guys.
And with that, they've now surrendered 10 points off turnovers in this quarter alone.
And those mistakes are the reason why they have this deficit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Spates. And Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. The kick out to Oladipo. Another miss by Oladipo.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Well, it's simply been an awful quarter. I mean, terrible ball security. They've actually handled that thing like it's got leprosy. Take care of it.
Ouch. Leprosy.
The Magic making a switch here. Watson's checked in. Oladipo dishes to Fournier. It's good from long range. Fournier's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive.
But 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지 이력서. 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을